Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Marie, and I will be the host for today's webinar. Before we dive into the content, let me cover a few housekeeping items. First, at the bottom of your screen are multiple application engagement tools that you can use. All those engagement tools are resizable and movable, so feel free to move them around to get the most out of your desktop space. You can also expand your presentation area or maximize it to full screen by clicking on the arrows in the top right corner. If you have any audio or video issues, you can find answers to some common technical issues located in the help widget at the bottom of your screen. Please note also that a copy of today's slide deck and additional resources are available in the resource list. Please have a look and download everything that you may find useful. On top of this, the webinar will be recorded and sent via the email you registered with. And lastly, if you have any questions during the presentation, you can submit them through the Q&A widget. We're here to answer you live via the chat throughout the presentation, so don't hesitate to reach out. And in case we run out of time or we didn't manage to answer you, we'll make sure to follow up later by email. So now a little bit more introduction about our speaker. So today the presentation will be done by Carrie Braggsake. And with more than 2 decades of process and system engineering work in the aerospace and defense industry, Carrie Braggsake has developed a sharp eye for how organizations get mired with inefficiencies, cross purposes, and miscommunication, and how they can retool to become a sleeker, more strategically focused organization. As Jama Software Solutions lead for aerospace and defense, she helps organizations improve their system engineering discipline using modern techniques to help them compete in the marketplace. And after this short introduction, I'll let Carrie dive into the content of her presentation.
Thank you. So in today's hyper-connected world, we're not only seeing increasing complexity of systems that are being built, but also experiencing increasing technological and sociological challenges in the work setting to develop those systems. Jama Connect helps address these challenges. Organizations can execute their MBSE journey without the headache of modeling languages or the licensing and rolling out of complex systems modeling tools. Jama's Companion MBSE solution is a completely web-based application that is designed to make it easy for any stakeholder, technical or non-technical, to create models, consume data, and participate in a collaborative systems engineering process. The Companion MBSE template comes pre-configured with data types to capture and segregate different types of requirements, behaviors, architecture, interfaces, and V&V data. It also has a structural template already laid out to organize the data and help users get started quickly. We're going to cover using Jama to facilitate that implementation of MBSE. Then we're going to talk about keys to eliminating documents. We'll look at how you can leverage OSLC and REST for cross-tool linking. And we'll talk about the benefits of Companion MBSE to the broader stakeholder community. Model-based systems engineering is more than a modeling tool. It is not simply a tool, but a process that demands change to take place not only at the systems level, but at the project and program levels. Document-centered thinking and business practices needs to change at all levels in order to not only deal with system complexity, but to also become more agile organizationally. But leaping to a purely SysML tool is not a leap every organization is mature enough to tackle. MBSE is not only about moving from document-centric to a model, it's also about being able to communicate the clarity that the modeled information gives to the stakeholders on other teams, whether that be at the implementation level or the program or customer level. The first step every organization can take is to become more information-centric. Our Companion MBSE is designed to do just that. Under the hood, Jama Software's Companion MBSE is composed of an easy-to-navigate structure for the data, automatic version control of the data and baselining, a model language, a diagram editor, a workflow engine, a collaboration engine, document import and export, and model integration with wide varieties of tools in your ecosystem, like Jira, other SysML tools, test execution, and more. Companion MBSE is pre-configured with a meta model that governs which elements are allowed to be connected together and which type of trace link names are used when elements are connected. For instance, a need can be related to a validation test and its relationship name is validate. A system requirement can be related to a system architecture block and its relationship name is satisfies. Jama Connect automatically chooses the correct relationship name for the user. Users do not need to know any syntax or language. They just associate one element with another, and Connect applies the pre-configured trace rules to those elements. You can also easily extend these data element types and relationship names by creating your own. There are distinct benefits from moving away from a document-centric to information-centric paradigm. Discrete item types and link names make it easy to analyze and query the model. Teams using documents, wikis, or legacy tools often go through a manual process to relate all that data together, which can be error-prone, introduce inconsistent data, or when performed after the fact, yield stale, inaccurate data. Jama Connect lets you surface in real-time data and display it on the model dashboard. Dashboards can be a central place for any stakeholder, technical or non-technical, to come away with an understanding of the current status of the systems engineering effort. Let's take a look at Jama in action.